Hello. Anyone there? Anyone? Anyone? Bueller? Anyone? 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 Just hanging out. Sky's it's kind of nice between the two trees there, huh? Anyone? 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 Bueller? Bueller? Anyone? What's going on, folks? James Dean in the house. Jimmy Dean sausages. In the morning, gotta eat those Jimmy Deans. You gotta put those Jimmy Dean sausages in a frying pan. Put a little oil in there. Gotta make those Jimmy Deans. Some scrambled eggs. Wakey, wakey. Eggs and bakey. Wakey, wakey. Eggs and bakey. What's going on, folks? Where are all my people at? Witchy woman. That's a witchy woman. So you're an Eagles fan. Witchy woman. Putting a few emojis there. I don't know what that means. I don't know who witchy woman in here. Witchy woman. That was the Eagles hit from 1972, I believe. 1972, folks. The year I was conceived. You know, in a lot of religions or philosophies, for instance, Koreans, because I go to my teriyaki places out here, and they're all run by South Koreans, even though they're making um, Japanese style food, teriyaki. Now, the bottom line is this: they believe your birth, you're as old as when you were conceived. So, for instance, I was born in July 25th, 1973. But technically, if you go by their philosophies, I was born, my real birth date, my true birth date, is 9 months before that, when I was conceived. So if I was born in end of July 1973, so that's what, 7 months. So it'd be, let's see, in December and November, that I was probably conceived in late October, early November of 1972. So I would really be technically, instead of 46, I would be 47 right now. That's how a lot of people view birthdays. Americans and most, you know, westernized or whatever, Europeans or Canadians or Australia, I mean, they view your birthday as when you were born. But there are a lot of Asian cultures that view your birth date when you were conceived. That means take your birth date, any of you people, and then subtract 9 months from that, and that's how old you really are. You understand? You guys feel me? You feeling the Bergs? Yep, I'm a Leo. So do you guys understand where I'm coming from? Do my parents like Halloween? Is that like a trick question? I don't know what that means. Why would my parents like Halloween? I'm sure they liked it when they were kids, and they liked it when my brothers and sisters were kids. But we stopped giving out candy here probably 20 years ago. Our last dog died 17 years ago. Dog would always bark so much when the kids would ring the doorbell. We'd have to bring her upstairs and lock her in a room. Lock her in my parents. Not lock her, just close the door. She would go crazy every time those kids would be ringing the doorbell. We're talking about I see what you're saying. No, I'm just doing the math. If you do the math, I was born on July 25th, and I wasn't premature or anything. So you subtract 9 months from that, and that would be around late October 1972. So in a lot of Asian cultures, my technical birth date is when you were conceived. You understand that? Not when you actually came out. So the Bergs was really born in 1972. If you go by it, if you catch my drift. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't believe in that, but some people do. Because one of the guys that I was getting teriyaki from at the restaurant that I used to go to, where I would get 2 scoops of rice, he was born in 1973 also. And this was like maybe 10 years ago. And at the time, we were both, because he was born, I think, in like August. So I was like a couple weeks older than him. At the time, I think we both were 35. I go, oh, we're the same age. We're both 35. And he goes, no, I'm 36. I go, what are you talking about? You're not 36. You just told me when your birthday is. He goes, "Oh no, we go back to where we were conceived." So he was trying to tell me he was older than me when I was actually 2 or 3 weeks older than him. That's the first time I ever heard of that. I was saying, "What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about? You ain't no, you ain't born in 1972. You're born when you come out. When you're born, and then the doctor gives you a big smack on the butt. You cut that umbilical cord. They wash you up, wrap you up in a towel like a taco, like a burrito, and then you're handed to your mommy. That's when you're born, folks. The Bergie boy was born, rolled up like a burrito, handed to my mommy. Carlos reborn. Tucker is irrelevant. Nobody cares. Keep on talking, Mr. Tuck Tuck. Nobody cares. He still brings the views, though. Those are hate views. Where are my people at? Where's my loving at? Huh? See, I did a little sneak attack here, coming on early. I don't normally come on this early. Maybe my people were caught off guard. Okay? But I just want to do a little quick one here because it hasn't been raining really for like a week, so you wouldn't be able to see this kind of sky here. Okay, if it was raining, everything would be gray. So this is called twilight. I can talk like Coach 9500. It is currently 6:12 Pacific Standard Time. What are we doing tonight? What are we eating tonight, folks? Are we eating chicken in a can? Are we eating raviolis? Am I getting a pizza? Am I getting a Walmart salad? What are we eating tonight, folks? Those trees there? Those trees there are like 100 feet tall. What are we eating tonight, folks? We eating roast beef in a can? Are we going to have some Doritos, folks? We're going to have some Monster Energy drinks, huh? Am I still looking for my bike? Huh? Am I still looking for my bike, folks? Am I still looking for my bike, folks? What are we doing over here? Where are we sleeping tonight? Are we going to a Motel 6? What are we doing over here? Well, what topics do they have? What topics does Tucker have? Okay? What's he talking about? Nothing. He's just deflecting and projecting and gaslighting. What is he really talking about? Okay? What's he really talking about? And what's the fisherman really talking about? They're just talking about the same old tired topics. Okay? I mean, it's how many times can you it's like the never ending van build. So this is gonna be like the never ending uh St. Jude's scam. I mean, let's face it, Stellar, you're not getting your money back because he probably already spent your money. And let's just say you wanted to get your money back, you'd have to go to Canada if you want to go to court. What are you going to fly to Canada? You got to go through customs. You got to go to Canada every time to do court dates and stuff. You'll wind up spending more money in airfare and hotel and accommodations. It's almost like you're better off, just like Coates 9500. He got his bike stolen. You're looking for your bike, Coates. It's already been sold to a drug dealer. They already smoked that bike. You're better off just cutting your losses and moving on. Moving on up to the east side to a deluxe apartment in the sky. I mean, I understand they want to get the answers. They want to see the receipts from Mr. Cuck Cuck Boy, but they're never going to because he's just not going to do it. So it's really at a standstill. It's like World War One when they were in trench warfare. You know, one side is in a bunker, the other side's in a bunker. And what are they going to do? And we're separated by two countries. Do you want to get that $5,000 back? I hope you get it back, but he's not gonna send it to you. And what are you gonna do? Fly to wherever he lives and try to shake it out of him? That's not gonna work. What, you're gonna go up there and take him to court? So you're gonna fly up there? You know how court dates go. You go to a court date and then they'll say, okay, the next court date's gonna be in 6 weeks. So you have to fly back to Seattle and go back up there. Come on. Now, it's just become a bunch of content for people. And people can ride that Tucker content, that Stellar content. You can ride that for a while. Just like people rode the never ending van build, which I don't really think it's done. I think they're just taking a break. I think they're just taking like a week break and they'll get right back. You know what I'm saying? Johnny Watt, Veronica Chambers, James Dean. Yeah, I mean, you're not getting that money back, Stellar. I hate to say, you're not getting the money back. The guy's a prick. He always was a prick. I've been saying he's a prick. I'm not talking about Stellar. I'm talking about Mr. Cuck Cuck. I've been saying it for 2.5 years. No one listens to me. I call that a scam from the very beginning. He was using Tucker was using Elbow for a hate watching, hate money. Those were all hate donations. Do not donate to Elbow, donate to me. Because we all hate Elbow, so donate to me. And I'll give it to St. Jude's. Come on. He got all this money coming in. He said, I'm not giving any St. Jude's. I'm just gonna keep it all for myself. That's what happened. People got to move on because the bottom line is this: a fool and their money. I think it goes, a fool and their money is soon parted, or something. I mean, the bottom line is this: you ain't getting that money back. So you can keep on keeping on. Keep on. Everybody can keep. And who knows? I talk about it from time to time when I do my real hangouts in the garage. I'm just doing this because of the twilight, because of I like the background. Okay, I like the trees. I like the blue sky. That's the only reason I'm doing this right now. It was an impromptu live session. I'm not expecting anything from this. I mean, if you want to show some love, show some love. That would be nice. That's always nice. But I'm not expecting anything from this. But people are always trying to come up with new content, but that's really going to become an old story. Because they're both, you know, like I said, Mr. Cuck Boy is in his corner and he's not budging. And that's just it. He's not going to show the receipts. He's not going to do anything. He's going to do his stupid little videos and of him driving along the countryside. And he just talks and talks and talks. Blah, 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 blah. Gaslighting people and deflecting and projecting. 55 thumbs up. Show your love, people. And that's the bottom line. There is nothing new. And he's trying his best to try to get his channel back. Now, in my opinion, when Cuck does get some super chats, it's probably himself who is super chatting the money to himself. He's working off multiple computers there. That's why he's not camming up. And then every now and then you see a super chat from some troll name, and that's probably one of his trolls, and he's troll names, and he's trolling himself, sending money to himself. Okay? That happens all the time. That's called seed money. Exactly, Johnny Wad. And he's trying to, and then he's hoping that his sheep, all his sheeple, will say, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm just gonna go back on Team Tucker. I'm gonna start giving to him again. See, that's what his hope is. That's what his hope is. But I don't think it's working. Okay? I don't think it's working. But that's what his hope is. And he's just going to continue doing that. And, he does have his little minions, his little sheep, his little lap dogs. And I guess they're loyal to him. I've never understood, I'll be honest with you, I never understood the allure of this guy. I never understood why people treat him like a god or something, or a prophet. I mean, he's nothing. He's a slime ball. He's a doxer. He used to dox me. He used to troll me. I mean, this guy's not a good person. But for whatever reason, he gets a lot of views and he made a lot of money. I don't get it. Yeah. See, Herman knows Soon as the van build is done, Herman needs to have constant. Herman is like a river. A river is constantly moving, constantly flowing. Herman is like a great white shark. A shark has to be constantly swimming. Sharks don't sleep. So the never ending van build, I guess, is done for the moment. So what is Herman doing? Herman's going down to Las Vegas, which creates new content, but it's the same old content. How many times has he been there in the last year? 10 times this person goes there every other month. It's going to be the same old, chooching. It's all boring. But Hosey has enough of an audience, and then he'll make a lot of money off this again. It's really sad. It's sad that a dynamic person like the Bergs, cannot get a foothold in the community. And I try to come on here night after night. What's up, Arena? And I try to bring you great quality content. I'm bringing you great quality content right now. 55, thumbs up, show your love. But you know what? Nobody cares. Nobody cares anymore. So I don't know. I'll probably come on later, folks. I just came in here real quick. I was sitting in the car. I just said, you know what? We had a nice sunset. So I went live because I felt like it. So the bottom line is this. I'll probably be on live again later, folks. Gotta go eat some dinner and clean up and do my stuff. So I'll see you later. Nice of you guys to come in. I'm gonna quit YouTube. I'm gonna quit YouTube, folks. I'm quitting YouTube, folks. Believe me, I know how he feels. I know how Rich feels. Every day I feel like quitting. I really do. It really is a grind. It's a drag because you're trying to, it's like we're all trying to compete for the same dollar. It's become a money thing. Norm F made it a money thing. And then so many people go live, and there's only so many people to go around, and the sheep, a lot of times they're sheep. So they go where Dave or whatever he's talking about, Tucker, and there's really nothing to talk about them anymore, Brad, because they're in their respective corners. Tucker's not going to budge. He's not going to admit. Of course he's not going to admit. And I don't blame him in a way, because who is going to admit that they stole $30,000 or they kept $30,000 and didn't give it to St. Jude's for dying kids? You think the average person is going to admit to that? So what is he doing? He's just deflecting and projecting and gaslighting. He's not going to admit what he did, Brad, and we know this. So his channel is just holding on by a thread, it's on life support right now, like someone in the hospital on life support. And he still has enough watchers in there because there's a lot of hate watchers. There's a lot of lurkers, people who are recording it. And then there's his little set of lap dogs and minions and sheep who are in there. And occasionally he'll get thrown a few dollars in the super chat by his lap dogs to basically piss off other people. And also, in my opinion, he because Tucker, in my opinion, has a lot of troll accounts, and he's working off multiple computers and devices, and he probably trolls himself, and he throws down seed money through one of his troll accounts, paying himself super chat money, and you know that's true. If Joe does get the PayPal report by his lawyer, it will prove where the money went. Well, I'm surprised. I mean, obviously, this guy Stellar has a lot of money. I mean, I don't. I'm obviously broke as a joke. Okay, I'm a broke ass. Okay, I could not afford a lawyer. So if he's spending all this money on a lawyer, he's going to wind up spending more money on a lawyer, and then if he has to fly to Canada to go to, I mean, it's going to be way over what he initially gave Tucker. So obviously, this guy Stellar is like a millionaire or something. I don't know. Friends in real life, my brothers or sisters or anybody in New Jersey who has this kind of disposable income just to mess around with like YouTube bullshit. I mean, this is like some thousands and thousands of dollars. Okay, they're putting that towards their kids' college fund or something like that. Or one of my brothers, uh, his daughter's getting braces. Son has braces. Braces are expensive for your teeth. I mean, they're not messing around with this kind of stuff. But if Stellar has the time, he's obviously 70 years old, so he's retired or whatever. I don't know what he did, or maybe he inherited some money. I don't know. But if he has the time, if he has the money, I guess he can do whatever he wants. I don't know. I don't see how his lawyer will be able to get into Tucker's PayPal receipts. I don't know how that works. You probably have to go through a judge. The lawyer can't do anything. You got to go through a court. And the court would be up in Canada. So now you're dealing with a different country. You're dealing with a different set of laws. And you're dealing with Stellar's going to have to fly from Seattle, because I've talked to him. He lives in the Seattle area just like I do. He's going to have to fly. I don't know where Tucker lives. I think he lives in British Columbia, or he could live in Toronto or Ontario. You're talking about customs, passports. You're talking about international flight into a different country. You're talking about exchanging money. You're talking about hotel rooms, food, rent-a-cars. I mean, this is going to become very costly, Brad. I mean, and very time-consuming. And just like I said with Coates 9500 and his bicycle, eventually you just have to just let it go. He was looking all over St. Augustine for his bike. I mean, that bike was long gone. Stolen by the homeless crackheads. Probably traded to the drug dealer for probably $50 a crack or whatever. And the drug dealer takes it and sells it to somebody. I don't know. That's just my theory. Okay, they deal in barter. They don't deal in cash. And now your bike got smoked. literally. So just take your chips and bring them to the window, cash it in, and go home, and go to a different town, and stop worrying about your bike and just worry about getting a new one. And I told him, don't buy a new bike. Go on Craigslist, get yourself a used bike. Oh, it's buffering? So the bottom line here with Stellar is, I think Stellar just wants to be proven, you know, or he wants his money back. But you know what? As the song by the Rolling Stones, Mick Jagger, Keith Richards, you can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. Okay? So even though Stellar wants this to happen, he wants to get his money back. Well, you know what? I want a lot of things too. I want a 2020 Jeep Wrangler. I want to quit drinking. But you know what? You can't always get what you want. So the bottom line is this, because now it's starting to rain. So I'm going to go on here a little bit later. It's not going to happen. He's never going to get his money back, Brad. It's over. He got scammed. Just like all these other scams going on. But see, everyone keeps talking about it. And that's bringing in the views. You know, I was talking about it for a while. It gets kind of exhausting after a while. So I need to come up with different content, different something to talk about. Or maybe I'll just play the guitar tonight. I don't know. Or maybe I might not even go on. All right, folks. You enjoying this great quality content? 55 thumbs up. If you want, show the Bergie boys some love. This whole coronavirus, man, I'm worried about it now. I was just at the Shell station. There's just this Indian guy who works there, this asshole. He's been coughing lately. I said, Are you sick? And he goes, No. So now I'm like worried. I'm worried about everything now. Because, you know, I got asthma, type 2 diabetes. I can't afford to. Well, I mean, I got insurance, but if I got pneumonia or something again, or I can't afford to be. I mean, I could die. I could die from this coronavirus. I'm afraid of this coronavirus. I'm being honest with you. Stock market's gone down 2,000 points. Everyone's selling off because everything is made in China, folks, and it's become a pandemic. It's almost going to become a pandemic, like almost like AIDS. Okay, this thing is spreading. I'll do a show with my mask on. All right, folks, I gotta get inside. It's getting cold out here. I gotta